Hi, this is Ryan Beal with Beal Brothers Contracting back again. Just want to bring you along with our next project and talk to you just a few seconds pardon me, about finishing your basement and hose outlets. What we have here is we had a water break where the supply line feeds the outdoor hose outlet, and there's a couple of issues here. One of the main problems is the hose outlet doesn't appear to be sealed, so it's letting cold air in from the outside to cool down this relatively small cavity here, which caused the line to break and the water damage that resulted. So we're going to take you along step by step in the project here, and just kind of let you know what we see and what we find, and how we're going to remedy that, and recommendations if you go to replace your hose outlet and if you go to finish your basement. I just want to bring you back here with the basement project, kind of show you what happened here. We had a lot of cold air, like I said, from unsealed penetrations around the sill plate and band joist that cooled this cavity and took out this line. It froze the line actually and busted it. So what we did is a couple of things. Our plan is to, we've replaced the broken section of line, and we put in a valve that can be drained. So that way we've come all the way back here. We can drain this entire section of line, so hopefully that won't happen again. Another thing we're going to do, we'll see a little bit later on in the project, is we're going to cut a vent in here, so that way some of the waste heat from the basement will help protect this from the cold. And as you can see, one of the other things, we felt a lot of draft once we got in here. So what we did is we took and we air sealed the sill plate and the bottom plate together. We air sealed to the foundation in between the two plates. We did feel this home was constructed about 4 or 5 years ago, so they did use the gasketed material underneath the pressure-treated sill plate. However, we felt like there was probably some gaps in there we could fill a breeze. So that's been air sealed, and if we pan down this way just a bit, you can see now where the hose outlet comes in. That's all been air sealed with foam and sealed up. So that's it for this little piece, and we'll bring it back here in just a bit.
This is Beal Brothers Contracting again. I just wanted to get a little bit closer visual. Right here is what you're looking at is the hose outlet on the inside, and what we did, we filled it with foam because there was a lot of cold air leaking in, and we believe that's one of the main factors that caused this to bust and caused the homeowner a lot of heartache and a lot of damage. And we're just going to pan over here and look at take a little bit closer look at the pipe we replaced. Thank you.
Alright, thanks for making it back. We just want to show you where we're at here real quick. What we've done is we have put a radiant barrier, which is more or less kind of like a bubble wrap with foil on either side. What that's going to do is reflect the heat waves from the inside back in, and the cold that radiates in from the concrete poured foundation wall back out. It's also going to keep, free things up and keep a lot of heat in here with this pipe. We supported the pipe, and we're ready to put things back together. We recentered the studs, put in a few more, and bumped them out to where we're 16 inches on the center. So now our goal is to put up the R13 crash face insulation and staple it up, so it's going to create another insulation barrier, and then we're going to move forward with the drywall. So we'll see you in a little bit.
Hello friends, Chase Beal Brothers Contracting here, bringing you back. We have covered the wall with 1/2 inch drywall. An important detail whenever you put up drywall is, especially in a basement setting, is you always want to leave it a 1/2 inch from the bottom of the floor. That way if there's any water leaks or something, you have a less likely chance of it weeping up into the drywall, and if it does, it causes less damage. But like I said, we've done two coats of drywall compound, and it's all drying right now, as you can see. And we'll be back tomorrow to put a third on, and then we'll be back Friday to sand it and paint it. Also, I'd like to draw your attention, we created this vent here, this is going to be a register, to allow a lot of the waste heat to go up there and keep that pipe warm and keep it from freezing and possibly breaking again. And also something we didn't mention in the other videos, that we put a valve on there so that the owner can take this vent off once or twice a year and relieve some of that pressure, and to hope, because this happens twice, so that'll hopefully keep it from happening again. So we'll stay stay with you as the project develops. Thank you.
I just wanted to bring you back to the final stage of this product. This was a basement that had water damage. We haven't gotten the carpet in just yet, but we've repaired this entire wall, put all the trim back, and got everything back here. And what we did, a couple of things to just show you. Again, this pipe was up here. It was in a closed-off area where it wasn't sealed correctly. No caulking around the hose bib. No sealing around the wires that were coming in, which cooled down the cavity and caused that. So what we did, I'm coming over here, to make sure it doesn't happen again, is we've installed this false vent, which is going to allow air to go in there. We've packed it full of insulation, and we got a special valve that allows the homeowner to drain it in the winter. And then to come over here, we just did a little thing for them here, just cleaned this up, and an HDMI cable running to their entertainment center. We brought that through the ceiling with a little access panel so they can bring future things through for their TV when that comes around. One other little thing to note is that even though this basement's only a year old and there's no sun and no windows over here, the paint's still faded even over a year. So kind of a creative solution. They had some decorative stenciling here and to preserve that, so they had to go buy more. What we did is just paint it to this point and picture framed it, add a little bit of character to the basement, and cleaned it up a little bit, and that way we didn't have to go to the expense of having them to redo that. One of the things that we do that separates us, I think, from possibly a lot of folks, is we use an ultra-premium paint, and it really produces nice results from us, or for us, and we just want to say thanks for looking at this video, and hopefully we can help solve your problems one day. Take care.